Former Chief Minister of Kerala and CPIM leader V.S. Achuthanandan passed away yesterday. Rich tributes are being paid to him from different corners. He was one of the most popular politicians in Kerala in the last 2 decades, no doubt about that. But was he among the most popular politicians in Kerala in the past also? You would be surprised to hear that he was not so earlier. He became popular after he became the leader of opposition in Kerala in 2000. I think that was in 2001. Before that, he had been CPIM state secretary for long. At that time, he was known to be a CPIM hardliner, a communist hardliner, a desiccated old communist who was always against the interest of the middle class, who had fought many wars with the middle class in Kerala. If you look at the political history of V.S. Achuthanandan, you would be surprised that V.S. Achuthanandan, who is considered to be a very popular politician, who is a crusader against corruption, who is known to be an eco-warrior, was antagonistic to the middle class in the past. Actually, he was defeated thrice in assembly elections, and that too from his own district, Alappuzha. Let's get to the details of V.S. Achuthanandan's political history. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. You know, the growth of V.S. Achuthanandan as one of the most popular politicians in Kerala is worth studying, worth emulating for every politician who wants to, become popular, who wants to gain popularity. V.S. Achuthanandan, how did he become popular? The key to his popularity is, I think, he imbibed the changes that happened in the society. When he started as a communist, things were different. But after 90s, he realized that Kerala has transformed a lot. Earlier, he fought from the side of proletarians against bourgeoisie. Then the bourgeoisie consisted of mainly landlords. But later on, he realized the changes that happened in Kerala society. He was a man who dared to call spade a spade. In fact, he was one of the few politicians in Kerala who didn't play real politics beyond a point. I'm not saying that he didn't play a real politics. He also played that, but not beyond an extent. He had great conviction in his ideology, and he changed his, he incorporated the changes that happened in the present day society. I think that was the method by which he retained his relevance. He reinvigorated, he rejuvenated himself. Actually, he became a very popular politician. I think it was around 80s. This is the age when most of the politicians think about retirement. Majority of politicians make retirement plans that age. But Achuthanandan started his political career. The Achuthanandan who started his political career at that age. That's a wonderful story. He realized that the present day, the enemies of the proletarians are different. Earlier it was, as I said, landlords. After land reforms in early 1970s, there are no landlords in Kerala. Landlords are almost like beggars. Achuthanandan realized that. Earlier, when I said he had been defeated thrice. Two of his defeats happened one in 1965 and the other in 1977. That was the time when, in 65, the landed gentry were still powerful. landlords were still powerful. By end of 1970s, they had become weak, but still, Achuthanandan was considered to be an opponent of the middle class, and that was why he was defeated. The middle class voted against him in unison. So his image was like that. He was the leader of agricultural laborers. During that period, in 80s, he organized a mass agitation it was known as Vettinirattal Samaram in Malayalam. That was against leveling of paddy fields. Actually, why he didn't think at that time why paddy farmers moved away from paddy cultivation. Because by that time, labor became very costly. There was shortage of labor also. Achuthanandan and his party opposed mechanization of agriculture. That was one of the main reasons why agriculture disappeared from Kerala. Though I said he is one of the most popular politicians in Kerala, he is also responsible for one of the people responsible for the decline of agricultural sector in Kerala. That we cannot forget. But at the same time, after those days were over. Social changes happened. But after those days, he, accepted the new reality. Then he began, in early 2000, he began to speak about the political changes in demography in Kerala. He even spoke, he was adamant, or he was very adamant against, or hard, he never forgave, extremist groups. He was vehemently against the rise of extremism in Kerala. And he dared to say that in public. Many politicians in Kerala, especially left politicians, they are afraid of speaking against extremist groups. Achuthanandan was one of the few people who spoke against radical Islam. This was the man who earlier fought against Hindu orthodoxy. But after some time, he realized that Hindu orthodoxy is not that relevant in modern days in Kerala. They are not the people who stand against progress. So the term progressive applies not just when you fight against Hindu orthodoxy. Your fight or protest have to be against orthodoxy from every community. And Achuthanandan had the courage to fight against radical Islam. And he called spade a spade. That created a large number of enemies also. But that won him new fronts. Those groups that earlier opposed him then sided with him. That was how he became acceptable for the middle class in Kerala. And that helped him to become the Chief Minister of Kerala. Wherever, there was damage to environment, wherever there was ecological destruction, he intervened. I think he is one of the few politicians in Kerala who made interventions in that area. And anyway, I think people are now remembering the new avatar of Achuthanandan, not his previous avatar. And that is why he has won a lot of admirers. Now that reflects in his new personality. Here, politicians have to learn a lot from him. At the age, as I said earlier, at the age when many politicians think about retirement, Achuthanandan redefined his politics, reinvigorated, rejuvenated himself. In his new avatar, he had the courage. He was never alleged as corrupt by anybody. I think those factors helped him to survive. Those factors helped him to gain popularity. Those factors helped him to become the Chief Minister of Kerala, a post that evaded him always. But finally, he was a tenacious warrior and he won and he achieved whatever he wanted. His dreams, he fulfilled his dreams. So this is the lesson from that Achuthanandan gives us. Fight to the last. And he won that fight also. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.